Well, it's the morning of the AFC Championship game. I'm a nervous wreck, and I need something to take my mind off this thing. So let's break down J.J. McCarthy taking on Michigan State. First play right here, we get a single look out of Michigan State, and you can see Michigan's trying to attack it. You got these two seam routes that are trying to put stress on the safety, but it's really not there. So McCarthy does a good job getting to the check down and letting his guy make some after the catch. Right here, nice play recognition. Knows, again, we're getting single high. So he goes for the big shot over the top. We got a slot fade. That's exactly where you want to throw this football because look at all that room. It's actually a pretty good ball. The receiver doesn't come down with it, but like I said, it's a good pass. We know that McCarthy has a reputation for being a game manager. Right here, you kind of want him to take the easy throw, right? You got this drag route that's kind of a sight adjust. I think the receiver recognizes that it's zone coverage, so he sits down. McCarthy, for whatever reason, doesn't like it, rolls out and makes a nice throw on the run, kind of creating, which, isn't necessarily what people associate his game with. Right here, you got this high-low concept stretching this flat defender, and he rolls out, and you can see the corner is getting depth, so he throws it down to the check down. I guess you could argue, maybe you pump fake and try to hit this one over the top, but I actually like him going for the shallower ball, higher chance of completion, and receiver gets 10 yards off it. Right here, he does a really good job of recognizing that number 27 should probably be working at Walmart. You can see this awkward drop to his spot, so he puts it right on the drag route, and look at this guy. He has no chance of closing to the sideline. Angle gets turned on him, and they get all the way down to the 5. Right here, look at him show off the zip. People don't really give him credit for having a strong arm, but look at him step into this throw, place it away from the defender closing on it. That's an impressive shot right there. You love this out of a quarterback because you got these long developing routes, and before he's really wanting to throw any of these, you have a free defender coming at him. Look at this little wiggle. That's savvy right there. Doesn't panic, steps up into the open space, and throws a perfect pass. I gotta say, for the first few plays, I'm pretty impressed with this kid. Here's one where I like his progression on the play, recognizing that Michigan State is taking everything intermediate away, so he just gets to the check down, again, pretty early in the play, which allows for a run after the catch. This is a nifty play design right here. Look at the tight end go up, and instead of finishing this route over like the linebacker thinks he will, he just plants his feet right there. So the linebacker bites, tight end works back through the grain with the linebacker, and it's right into this open void right here. Right here, I love the confidence of this throw. Look at him step up and rip one into a very tight window. Doesn't totally hit on it. It's a little behind and above his receiver, but at least he doesn't pump, get nervous, not like that window and take a sack like some of the other quarterbacks Jaden Daniels might do in this class. Well, Jaden Daniels would have run for 15 yards. Here's some really nice timing on a perimeter throw, a curl route. Look at him start this motion before the tight end is completely out of his break. That allows him to get it there with some space and fall for a few extra yards. Here's one where he's reading the corner to the top of the screen. Corner kind of puts him in no man's land right between those. I would argue that maybe you have this shot over the top if you release it right there, but the corner does end up getting some depth, and he still doesn't throw it to the underneath guy. And then we see him try to create. Listen, is he a little shifty in the pocket? Sure, but he is not athletic enough to run away from a linebacker. You can see that's a bit of an awkward fall, so you're not really wanting him to make a ton of off-schedule plays at the next level. Love this, right? I'm a sucker for this. The free play. I like that he knows what to do in this situation, recognizes the size advantage he has in the slot, so just puts it on the guy, lets him box out, comes down for the touchdown. J.J. McCarthy. Yeah, that design quarterback run is not going to translate to the next level. He is not a special athlete. Right here, does a good job snapping his head down to the check down, and like I said, getting it out early, getting it out on time. I do really like his movement in the pocket. He has some twitch to his game. You don't really want him running right here. You'd rather him pass this off to a player whose job it is to run with the football, but the off-schedule plays, he has that in his game. Number 27 does not have a future in the NFL. I hate to break it to him and his family, but right here, McCarthy sees that. That's a mismatch. But look at this throw right here. I mean, that is a rip right to his tight end over number 27's shoulder. I like what I see right now. A lot more than I expected to. I really like the control that he has over the football. We haven't seen a ton of touch throws, but all of these line drives are really accurate, right where he wants them. This one is kind of an ugly miss because this really should be a touchdown. He has plenty of space in the pocket to step up into this throw. The corner hasn't fallen when he releases it. It's not the most egregious throw I've ever seen, but that really should be a touchdown. And it's one where it's his second vertical throw of the game. He's incomplete on both of them. The first one was a better throw, but if you're talking about that an area of improvement potentially, this might be it. Right here, motion the tight end across the formation. We see the defender follows him. McCarthy knows that it's man coverage, and he sees that there's enough space in there to get it out really quickly. Just decisive decision making. I love this from McCarthy right here. It looks like Tennessee's offense. Everybody is way out to the sidelines, and you get this seam in here. He has to float it over 43. Not that he does. He still just rips it. But look at him. I mean, that's just a drop. That's an impressive throw right there. The receiver doesn't have to slow down. Sure, he has to slide, but if anything, he's protecting him. This one's an impressive play by the DB. Got burned earlier by the tight end. Right here, breaks on the football. Solid throw by McCarthy. Pretty good timing, but like I said, just a better play by number 12. On this play, McCarthy processes 3 different routes to perfection. You get man coverage out of Michigan State, so what does he do? First, he reads this vertical route, doesn't like the release, good decision, and then you have this backside drive concept. The drag route, really good play by the DB to take that away, because that's supposed to be a man coverage beater, but McCarthy stays calm, stays poised, gets over to this in route, and puts it right on his guy. That's some high-level stuff. This tight end is excellent. He just burned a DB on the in route on the last play. Look at this route. This is savvy for a big man. Kind of a whip route. Doesn't push off. Just plants his foot in the ground. McCarthy puts it on him in stride. Tight end gets all the way down to the 10. Here's one where it's a layup. It's expected, okay? He should hit this tight end on the flat route because he's wide open. But what we've seen from the other quarterbacks in this class is sometimes the ball can be low. It can be inside. Any type of error here, and it slows the tight end down, and maybe the defender brings him down. So, it's not a highlight, but it is seamless, and I appreciate that. Right here, Michigan State never had a chance. Look how hard these 2 linebackers, including number 27, bite on this run fake. McCarthy has all day, boots out, and guess who it is? Number 89, wide open, easy touchdown. So I'm going to end the video right there, and right now I'm sitting here pretty impressed with J.J. McCarthy. Obviously, there's this narrative that he's a game manager, that he got carried by that Michigan team, and for context, this was his best game. I selected it on purpose because he threw the ball so much with success. I mean, there were games where, against Penn State, he threw the ball 8 times and they won. So, from a more holistic perspective, when we watch more film, there are still questions to be answered. How does he do on touch throws? Because the difficulty of the throws, they weren't as high as some of the other quarterbacks in this class, right? Are they not asking him to do that because they don't think he can, or is it because they didn't have to? They won the national championship with him in kind of a reined-in role. So it's only going to be revealed as we watch more film, but we saw a much more impressive arm than I expected, really impressive work in the pocket, accuracy, timing, processing. So, yeah, touch could be better, but hey, we just got to watch more to find out. But first impression, really good.